1.
Joey Hector, who is our referee from Belgium, officiating this one. Carter to get us underway. The graphic that we showed you at the top of the programme was actually incorrect. The one previous meeting between the pair went the way of Anthony McGill. That was here at the European Masters 2 years ago, and it went the distance. McGill winning 4-3, so Carter eyeing a bit of revenge today, I guess.
Nothing like a bit of revenge.
Well, they say it's a dish best served cold, don't they, Joe? And it was 2 years ago, so that's pretty cold.
I'll take revenge, however hot it is, as long as I win. Both these players, excellent tacticians. McGill did have a little stint in the top 16. I'm sure Philip will tell us how long, but it wasn't long. The competition round about him is very, very difficult.
Yes, he actually got into the top 16 after winning the shootout, which had just become a ranking event. Somewhat controversially, not everyone agreed that that very short format should be attracting ranking status, but he won it for his second ranking title, having won the Indian Open in 2016. He's currently ranked at 18, so he's only just outside the elite. And Ali Carter is one spot below him, having been a former world number 2.
So many good players that could and should be in the top 16, but there's only 16 of them, isn't there? But these two definitely capable of being there. Ali Carter, who's down on the shot now, as Philip mentioned, has battled with Crohn's disease all his life, and you tend to think how good he would have been if he didn't have that illness to compete with. Such a great competitor, and broke his duck last year in the World Championship when he beat Ronnie O'Sullivan. I think Ronnie beat him in 2 finals. What a feat that was, getting to 2 finals.
Yes, and the win over O'Sullivan at the Crucible this year was well merited. Carter was outstanding, particularly at the back end when O'Sullivan was trying to turn the screw, put pressure on him. He'd never beaten O'Sullivan before, as Joe mentioned, and he produced one particular clearance, which for me was the absolutely pivotal frame of that match at the end, when he dished up with balls awkwardly placed to pinch it on the black.
What a memory.
That was 12-9, and of course he went on to win 13-9 when it might have been, and looked like being, 11-10. Completely different situation. Then lost to Mark Williams, who of course went on to win the title, so no shame in that.
No, definitely a special player. Ali Carter made 2 maximums in tournament play. Anthony McGill has had a 144 as his highest break. Well, that full ball kiss on the brown has made the safety a little easier. Had the black been available, he may well have taken this red onto the right corner. Well, looks like he's still taking it on. He's got tremendous cue power, you know, Ali Carter. Screwing that cue ball off the side cushion into a safe-ish area. Well, he wasn't far away. Looking to attack the game. Anthony McGill looking at a possible plant, and, well, it looks on. The camera's coming round to show us where he needs to hit it, and it's only slightly to the left, his right. Use the pink to go back to the blue. Yeah, good shot. Overscrewed it. But he's on the green, which leads to the red in the fork area.
Green ball.
But this isn't a gimme by any means. An early shot, an early tester. Yeah, wasn't easy. You want those kind of shots when you've been out there for half an hour or so. So that missed green gives Ali Carter a chance. Oh, he's got a little bit too much side on. May have to take the pink now. Just overrun for the easy blue. Now you can cut this red to the right corner. He'd like to have been straighter on it, but still a chance to keep the break going. He can move up towards the green just as a matter of safety in case he misses it. Caught the middle pocket bump, and that's not going to help his cause. Straight on the brown. So if he wants to keep the break going, it's going to have to be the yellow. And again, it's a little early to be taking those kind of shots on. Well, he could have come off the cushion and landed up behind the green. But he thought he could pot it, and that's very unfortunate to catch the brown full in the face and knock it in the corner. How unfortunate is that?
Anthony McGill 4.
Well, that's quite incredible. I suppose the only good point is that he isn't ideally on a red. This red to the right corner fraught with danger. Cue ball's going into the reds. Look at this again. I couldn't believe he stuck the green on to start with. What a great shot that was. But to see the brown disappear into that left corner, well...
Well, get your bad luck out of the way early. That's the way to look at it.
Yeah. But as I said, he hasn't left anything easy for Anthony. Oh, how close was that? And he played it in such a way as to play for the pink, so he wouldn't leave anything on except the red he was playing on. He could have played it harder and gone up for the blue, but he would have left the red over the right corner then. So that was clever play, that, from Anthony McGill. And I suppose Ali Carter will be thinking, well, there's a bit of justice there. Because had the brown not gone in, he would have been faced with that difficult pot.
1.
Like McGill, Carter has had a modest start to the season.
7.
Lost 5-1 to Fergal O'Brien at the China Championship last week.
8.
And the one frame he won, he made the tournament high break of 144. But there's a lot of snooker still to come this season, of course. In less than 2 weeks' time, the first of the Home Nations events gets underway in Crawley, the English Open. Steve Davis Trophy up for grabs. That's followed fairly swiftly by the International Championship, the Irish and Scottish Open still to come before Christmas. And all of that can be enjoyed here
21.
live on Eurosport.
22. Thank you.
Not quite hard enough. Wanted to be top side of the pink, just a stun for the 2 reds below it. So I'm not sure if he can get the cannon to the 2 reds near the cushion, but he could drop in behind them if not. Yes, he could get the cannon, but it hasn't worked out as well as it could have done.
28.
Just the safety.
Ali Carter. 28.
Finished off with a good pace on the cue ball. This could definitely have been kinder, that's for sure. Very close, but what a tough pot. He's just taking it on to escape a bit of trouble. And he wasn't far away.
One.
That's a really good shot from that angle into the middle pocket. Very good shot. And the red behind the black is available to the right corner. Just needs to drop the pink in and he'd be on that red. Well, decided to bust them, and that's worked out very well. That's freed the black. He's nicely on this red.
7.
And this should be on Carter's frame now. And in the best of 7, it's always good to win that first frame.
8.
Left a nice angle on the black to stun for those 2 reds.
Hi.
15.
Ja, du gør jeg så.
16.
Well,
23.
screwed that one slightly. Just blaming the cushion for a biggish bounce. But it always looked a little heavy coming towards the cushion cue ball.
This pink and 1 more red will be sufficient. I meant the red and the pink, of course, but now he's down the other end of the table. He'll be going for a bought colour. McGill needs a snooker. There's only 59 left. Carter's looking pretty confident in the early stages here.
28. $29. $36. 37.
Saw off Susi and Peter Ebden to set up this meeting with McGill.
And he's looking sharp, isn't he? He's looking mean. He didn't let that little bad fortune affect him. He is some player, make no mistake, Ali Carter.
52.
A delight to watch when he's playing well.
53. $60. 62.
Well, pot that one. He'll have an attempt. Calling all pockets.
Ali Carter, 62, and the free.
Yes, it was a nice break from Ali Carter. 62, a very authoritative break to seal the frame. The winner of this plays either Zhou Yulong or Jimmy Robertson in the last 16.
And the hit, the break off. Just getting past the balk line. Leaves a half chance. Gonna have to play it with the touch of left hand side to miss the black and the red past it. And maybe concentrated a little bit too much on missing those balls. And again, just a little slow with the safety. But this time block the pocket with the black. And now we could be in for a bout of safety with that black there. And both these players, excellent safety players.
Jack Jones has the first frame against the Masters champion Mark Allen. I mentioned the winner of this play is either Zhou Yulong or Jimmy Robertson. They're still in their first frame. Zhou well in front at the moment. And there is the match on table 2. Of course, you can watch this throughout the week on the Eurosport Player. All the matches on table 2 are available on the player. Jones with the first frame, second just underway.
Well, just drifted in behind the brown, but it shouldn't be a problem. Just to come off the side cushion, land up into the pack of reds. Another excellent safety from Carter. But with the reds being tight like this, it again shouldn't be a problem just to land up into them. And even if you miss them, I couldn't see him leaving anything.
Touching ball.
Joe Reactor, our referee, declaring touching ball, so Carter can just play away from the bunch and pick a spot to try and put McGill in trouble.
Well, he's a clever player. If he plays over the right side of the table, he may force McGill into pushing a red over the left corner.
There is Joe Reactor, whose first ever TV match was a cracker. Neil Robertson against Ronnie O'Sullivan. Not a bad way to start your career as a referee on television. That was in Antwerp.